Hey YouTube, welcome to my channel. I know I really don't post a lot, and that's because I just don't really have nothing to talk about. But as you can see from the title, this is going to be about my nipple piercings. Basically, I'm just going to talk about like the pain level, how I clean it, and the healing process and stuff like that. First, I've been giving it a lot of thought, and might I just say, if you're going to get your nipples pierced, make sure that you really want them. It's not a painless piercing. It does hurt a lot, in my opinion, but make sure you really want them. I thought about this piercing for months before I decided to actually go and get them. So with that being said, one day, it was actually a few days ago, I went to the shop, the parlor. It's in Crestwood, Illinois, and I decided to get both of my nipples pierced just because I think it's stupid to get one, although some might prefer one. And basically, if a piercer tries to mark your nipples while you're laying down, don't get them done, because then they don't hang freely and it won't be leveled out and equal. So you want to stand up. You got to make sure that they clean your nipple area very good, like the areola and stuff. And make sure that they mark right above the areola. You don't want them to pierce the areola, because then it just won't be right and it's not supposed to be pierced. So when you do that, it's best, in my opinion, to get pierced with a 14 gauge needle, because a 16 gauge is just a little bit too small. So when you do that, it's best to just breathe in and out. Try not to move or hyperventilate, anything like that. I did scream a little bit. It didn't hurt as much as I thought it would, though. Like, the piercing itself did not hurt as much as I thought it would. It hurt. I'm not gonna lie, it did hurt. On a scale of 1 to 10, it was about an 8. But it was over really quickly. And then afterwards, my piercer did not tape up the nipple area, only because I had a bra on, so it gave it cushion, kind of, I guess. But my piercer did tell me just to basically move it back and forth and make sure I put A&D ointment on it or whatever. That's not how I'm gonna do it. How I clean my piercing is, especially when I take a shower, if I get a wash rag or something, I won't scrub it, because mine are still fresh, and then you don't want to pull it. That's the worst thing you would want to do with this piercing, is pull your piercing. So the best soap to use is something that's not so harsh, and it's Dove Sensitive Skin. It works very well. I use that on a daily basis anyway, but when I found out that I could use it for my piercing as well, it was just a bonus for me. So that's one that I highly suggest. You can get it at your local Walmart or, anywhere like that. So what I do is I wet the rag, mostly with warm water. And then I'll put some soap on there. I'll scrub the rag together so that it's not all caked in one spot. Then I'll gently rub each nipple area. And while I'm doing that, then I move my jewelry back and forth after I clean my hands. I always clean my hands first. So, excuse me. So after I do that, I move it back and forth. And then you rinse it. I move it back and forth a lot, to be honest, just so it don't get stuck, because crusties get on there, and kind of like eye boogers. So when I get out of the shower, I pat it dry with either a napkin or my towel. Like I said, you don't want to get this piercing caught on anything whatsoever. So after that, you can get a H2 Ocean. It's a saltwater spray. or you can make your own like salt water solution at home. The problem with that is when you're making it at home, it is very common it is very common to put too much salt water, and that can dry out your nipple area. So you don't want to do that. So my grandfather keeps looking at me. So when you do that, just keep cleaning it. Okay? Give me a couple minutes. I just gotta get dressed. But anyway, sorry about that. So you just make sure clean your nipple. Give me a couple minutes. I gotta get dressed. I got to get dressed.
Okay.
Damn.
We'll wait for you in the car.
Anyway, sorry about that. Anyway, so you want to clean your piercing about 3 times a day. That's how many times I clean it. I clean it in the morning, I clean it in the afternoon, and I clean it at night before I go to bed. Clean it a minimum of 2 times a day. You don't want to mess with it too much because you don't want it to get irritated or infected. For the healing process, it's going to take a minimum of 6 months to fully heal. A year maximum, and it should be completely healed. But your chest will be very, very tender, and you'll probably need like a bottle of ibuprofen. I didn't take much. I didn't take much pain medicine because, I really see no point. I tried to deal with the pain, but pretty much that's it. 6 months to a year to heal. Then clean it 2-3 times a day. Make sure you rinse it with a saltwater solution afterwards. Get some H2O if your local parlor has it, or you can make a saltwater solution at home. And also, I'm trying to think of what else. Like I said, don't mess with it. Don't tug it on anything. You'll probably regret it if you tug it on anything, because you don't want to rip the piercing out of your nipple. I'm pretty sure nobody wants to do that. And like I said, also, make sure that you actually want the piercing before you get it, because the pain level to me is nothing to joke about. It's not comfortable at all. So make sure you really want your piercing. And that's basically it. Sorry, I'm getting ready to go out with my grandfather, so that's why I'm moving around so much. But yeah, if you have any questions, feel free to comment below, and I will come back and I will answer all questions, if any. And I will probably go live again in about a week or so, just to give you guys updates about my healing process. I would show my piercings because I don't have no bandages on them, but I'm not going to do that on live. So with that being said, I might try to attach a picture. If it does not pop up, I'll just update you guys in a week.